All week long, we've been hearing the section from the Exodus scriptures, and today we have God giving the commandments to Moses and to the people of Israel. In so many years, we have been trained in our religious education classes and CCD classes about all the shall nots of the Ten Commandments. Maybe we need to see the Ten Commandments in a more positive light, that we should worship and love God with our entire being, heart, mind, and soul, putting God first in our lives and letting nothing else be God's in our lives. First commandment, put positively. Let's look at the second commandment. You shall respect and honor God's holy name, for God's name is holy and should be used in prayer and worship only. Third positive commandment. You should devote proper time to worship and praising God. Take time to rest and recharge on the Sabbath, for it is the Lord's day. 4. You shall respect and honor parents and all legitimate authority. Love your family members. 5th, you shall respect, preserve, and nurture all human life, from conception to a natural death. 6, you shall keep all relations and sexual encounters holy in a covenantal relationship, such as marriage. People are created in God's image. People are not to be made into objects. 7, you shall respect the property of others. Be good stewards of all property and time entrusted to you. 8, you shall embrace truth and be a witness to it, respecting other people's good reputation. 9, practice chastity in mind, heart, and soul. And 10, you shall live humbly, thanking God for all God's good gifts that you have received, to show gratitude to God in everything. If we think of the Ten Commandments in a positive light, then we will be showing the joy that we have for being in relationship with God. Because that's what the people of Israel felt, that they knew their God was with them. They knew their God traveled with them. They had a relationship with God. For us who live out our faith in Catholic circles of word and sacrament, our relationship with God is rooted in Jesus the Christ. And our relationship starts with prayer, starts with baptism, and then a lifelong journey of sacraments. That relationship aspect is always there for us. And if we see the Ten Commandments as positive, then we reflect the joy that we should have in being in a loving relationship with God. Sometimes in our world today, I like to look at the 8th commandment, embracing truth and bearing witness to it, respecting people's good reputation. The old word is not to commit an act of calumny. When's the last time we heard about calumny? That understanding of taking away of someone's good reputation. How much in the world today do we need to say, I'll pray for them, instead of saying something negative about a person? Or if people are talking about others, to say, maybe they need prayer. And that just might be the positive note that people have to hear, instead of always the criticizing, always the negativity. Again, if we see the Ten Commandments in positive and relay them that way to others by our actions, by our words, by our presence, by our joy, people might just ask, what do you have? And the answer would be, I have a relationship with the risen Lord, Jesus Christ, and that is my joy.